Hey guys, David with socialexpression.net here again with a video for you today on how to not get put in the friend zone as a man. when you're friends with girls, when you meet women, how do you put yourself in the frame, in the place of being a sexually attractive guy so that they know that that's the kind of guy you are versus the guy they instantly put in the friend zone box, which I know it's a real frustrating thing when that happens. And not only, because you can't get every girl, so you're going to get put in the friend zone, but it doesn't really mean that much unless we make it mean a lot. But if you're consistently getting put there, that's really frustrating, and I get it. So that's what this video is about, okay? So here's the deal, is as a man, the bottom line is this: you've got to make a move. Now that can mean a lot of different things. You've got to make a move means, well, let me back up. Okay. First of all, let's take a look at your presence, because that's huge. It does so much of the work for you if you have a masculine presence and one that exudes that you're a man and you know it, and that you're okay with your sexuality, which you should be, because you got balls and you're a man and that's who you are. So there's a lot of being, accessing what's naturally there, right? Being okay that you get turned on when you see a woman you're attracted to. Being okay to talk about sexual things, and not necessarily in a joking way. I mean, you can, but just in a straight up way. Being okay with being a sexual man, first of all. Because if you're not okay with that, and you're not grounded in that, you're going to come across as just a guy who might be social. Say that you're, a lot of people on here obviously have social anxiety, but even if you're a social guy, there are plenty of social guys that get put in the friend zone, right? It's an added different thing. So I think there's assuredness and ease about a man, that confidence which women find so attractive. But one of those things that's huge, and it comes out through presence, and it's so hard to put into words. That's why you probably see me struggling a little bit with it. But the more relaxed and at ease that we are with ourselves, the more we're set up to not even worry about whether we're in the friend zone or not. Then it's like, do we connect or not? And if she doesn't like me for whatever reason, because I'm blonde, there's women that won't like me because I'm blonde. I mean, that's okay, but that's usually not the case. The case is a lot of times when we get put in the friend zone, it isn't about any of this, because you can't control any of that. If they don't like you for a certain physical characteristic, it's about your behavior, your attitude, your confidence, right? So I wanted to back up, because now I want to get into that you got to make a move. What does that mean? Well, some kind of move. It could be any kind of move. It could be, if you're going to touch her somewhere, right? And not touch her overly sexually, but touch her in her back, touch her on her arm. Maybe it's saying a comment. It can happen a lot of different ways. And I don't want to get into specifics on that, because there's plenty of stuff out there for that. But, for instance, a little while ago, I was on a date. And, we were already attracted to each other. We were already flirting. So it wasn't in the friend zone necessarily, but this is related, and I'll show you how. And there was a point where I was even touching her, and she was just a little bit, she was just a little closed in her body language and facing away. And I just kind of looked down and was like, took a breath and was like, nothing's working. And I looked down at her leg, and she goes, "What, do you like my leg?" And I kind of looked her down, and I looked her up and down, and I said, "No, I like you." And the whole thing shifted. Now, that wasn't a technique. It was just, I was kind of speaking my truth. So, being very direct can really, and speaking really what's directly on your mind can be like, whoa, blow women out of the way. Because a lot of times they're not used to hearing that, because a guy, even a guy who's really smooth and good with women sometimes may not be saying what he thinks. It's like this truth that comes out, this honesty. So in a way, that was a move that opened up the whole thing. But I was using all my normal stuff, and it just wasn't working. So I got presence. So see, it's back to presence. I went present and was like, And that could have done a lot of different things. I could have said, hey, you seem uncomfortable, right? But it just didn't go there. So it went this way. Another time I was out last year talking with a girl at a bar, and we were talking, and the conversation was getting really boring. And I said, we're just talking about stuff I don't care about right now. What I care about is getting to know you and who you are. And that, just kind of blew the whole thing wide open, to where we didn't exchange info, but later, like a couple days later, she sought me out on Facebook and tracked me down through, she figured out who our mutual friends were and then started messaging me. So, that kind of bold move sometimes it occurs to you, especially if it's just feeling like disconnected. Like if you're with a friend who's a girl, you've got nothing to lose. I mean, you have the friendship to lose, but you don't even want the friendship, right? Because you're upset you're in the friend zone, so who gives a shit? It's kind of like that. Obviously, you can create more friends that are girls, so you've got nothing to lose, in my opinion. Where you can be like, who knows what you could say? Something like, I'm tired of being in the friend zone, and I'm just not willing to be friends with all these girls anymore. And I think you're really attractive. You never know. See, but you're like, I can't say that. Well, you can say anything you want. If you're bold about it, you never know. You might lose it. She may not be attracted, but who cares? Because the chances are she's already not attracted, and there's a chance by being bold that she will become attracted, right? By doing something like that, by making that big move. And if not, it's like she's going to respect you for going, whoa, shit, he's not fucking around. He's not messing around here. He's speaking his truth as a man. So that's what I mean by a move, even more than just like putting on a move, or even like, of course, like touching a woman and stuff in a way where a lot of guys are going to be like, hey, and joke around but never touch. It's like, that's an immediate sign of sexual attraction or sexual advancement, is when she touches you and you touch her, it's like, it's testing the waters. People are testing the waters, and that's normal and natural. But when you speak your truth, and I'm not saying going around and being radically honest and being some kind of jerk, like just saying what you think. By the way, if you can hear, I got classical music in the background because it's supposed to help you be smarter when you're working and stuff. So that's why I got that. I just noticed it myself. I had it on the background. But when it's really important, when things feel dead and it's like, let's just liven this thing up, boom. Speak your truth and see what happens, especially when you get put in the friend zone. You might be surprised at what you find. And certainly before, if you've just met a new girl or you've met a new woman somewhere, whatever, like the more you're bold and honest, she's only going to respect that no matter what. And that's just you living your life, speaking your truth. So that's my advice for today's video. Subscribe to the Social Expression blog below if you struggle with shyness and social anxiety and want more confidence in your life as a man. This video is for men, but I help both men and women. And you can subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. I'm complete.